What's going on, guys? It's Alex from Fitment Industries, and today we're talking about turd. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex from Fitment Industries, and today we're talking about turd. Depending on how many vowels you'd like to pronounce it, or consonants, if that's your thing, that's what we're here to do today. And by the way, we're doing a wheel giveaway with Clutch. I'm waiting for Dakota to jump out behind me, and there he is. So if you want to have a chance to get entered in to win, you just pick up one of these sick t-shirts. Look at how happy Dakota is. He's happy, I'm happy, now you're happy. So let's talk about turd. Since we covered Mugen, we decided to cover another OEM-ish brand, which is the Turd. So Turd is Toyota's in-house motorsport preparation and road car tuning department. Say that 5 times fast. Born in 1976. Its roots go all the way back to about 20 years previous when Toyota made their entry into competitive motorsport. But you didn't actually know that Toyota was the first Japanese car manufacturer to compete in motorsport. It's literally just a bunch of Toyotas. Just them, nobody else. Wouldn't even invite anybody else. Knowledge. It all started around Australia in 1957, right smack dab in the middle of the recovery of the recession due to World War II. They were only exporting a few hundred vehicles at the time, and most of those in Japan couldn't afford to buy them anyway. So one could say that motorsport wasn't really in Japan's top priority at the time. A couple things happening around that time frame. But Toyota was like, you know what, let's just send it, you know? Japanese consulate in Australia made the request, the Foreign Ministry of Japanese Auto Manufacturers, to compete, and Shotaro Kamiya, who was the president of Toyota at the time, was like, yeah. I mean, he actually said something way more wisdom-y like, there will be no progress if you feel failure. Which is way just philosophical right there. Under the umbrella of Toyota Technocraft, Toyota's new bodywork department, their new motorsport branch, Toyota Sports Corner, or TASCO, which not to be mistaken with Costco, made its way into the world. And their first task was to prepare a production Toyo Pet Crown Deluxe model for a 19-day endurance contest in the good old Australia. Australia, mate. I don't even know how to do an Australian accent. Does anybody over here know how to do an Australian accent? Nobody? Now the TASCO had dug their feet in, actually started to gain some traction, and they decided to start preparing cars for the inaugural Japanese Grand Prix in 1963. Not only was Toyota excited about their successes, but motorsports started to become more popular around Japan, and 150,000 people ended up showing up for the Grand Prix. The event consisted of 11 races, from touring cars to GT cars, and they were all divided into categories based on their engine sizes and all of that sort of really good, exciting stuff. And guess what? Both of the Toyotas that were entered in, they won. TASCO then began to construct the legendary Toyota 2000 GT by Yamaha Motor Company, which was a subsidiary that was underneath their name. They entered that car into the 1966 Japanese Grand Prix and came out in 3rd place. That actually didn't stop them from competing, but apparently I can't get placed 3rd without being told that basketball isn't for me. From there, the 2000 GT gained popularity when they developed 2 convertible versions for a James Bond film, Do You Only Live Twice? Meanwhile, other 2000 GTs were prepared for many endurance races throughout the 66 and 67 year timeline, and one of them set 3 new speed records. The car averaged 128 miles an hour while it was running for 78 consecutive hours. After all the success, the 2000 GT, TASCO, and Yamaha ended up teaming up once again to build their first race car together, the Toyota 7. Now, before we go any further into history, I just want you guys to know what the Toyota 7 looked like. Bam! Boom. Look at it. This wing is the size of Texas. It's awesome. Although it was quite powerful at the time, it just didn't have quite enough to compete with Porsche and Chevrolet powered cars. So the next year, they pretty much were like, you know what? We're gonna yeet the old engine out, and we're gonna slap a 5.0 V8 in there, and hell yeah, brother. You know, they learned from the boys over across the pond there what to do. The Toyota 7 then placed 3rd in the 69 Grand Prix, but that was still not enough for TASCO. They then again ripped the 5.0 out of the car in 1970 and slapped a big old twin Turbski engine in there, which ended up securing a place in history as the world's first turbo engine racing car. Words. But there's a twist in the story, because the emissions policies and changing specifications for the Grand Prix racing meant that the latest Toyota 7 never actually got to race competitively. 1973 has now rolled around, and you know what came with it? The international oil crisis. Seriously, great time. It was a really good time for cars. Because of this, many manufacturers suspended all motorsport activities because of the oil crisis. But with Toyota being Toyota and doing Toyota things, they decided to just keep going but focus on development in the touring car field instead of just the motorsport stuff, which actually ended up bringing them huge success in the Fuji 1,000-kilometer race with the Celica Turbo. This crisis was actually instrumental in the decision to produce official performance parts for the road car market. Because they opened up this new sales avenue, they wanted to appeal to a larger market. So they renamed TASCO to Toyota Racing Development, which is what we all know and love for the most part today. However, their intentions and mission remain the same. They just wanted to expand Toyota's motorsport activities across the world and develop and sell motorsport-derived performance accessories. One of their key strategies was to make a second base in the good old North America. Thus, TRD USA was born in 1979. It was actually set up as a division that would operate almost autonomously with full engine design development. All right, now that we made our way to the 80s, Walkmans were all the rage. Kids were sleeping with those slap braces things on their wrists, and brains were melting from the difficulty of the Rubik's Cube. It was just a tough time. Lots of other R-rated things were happening around there, but we prefer monetization. Most of TRD's support in the 80s came from private teams and club racers. It wasn't long after that Toyota started popping up in everything from Group B Rally, Group C sports cars, Group A touring cars as well. The Super Turbo was super successful in Group A, while Corollas and Celicas weren't doing too bad in the World Rally Championships. Pretty much Toyota was all over the place. They were just yeeting it and sending it. They were doing all the cool trendy words that you would want to hear because we are trendy. We know the words. Actually, every day, Eric teaches me a new word of the day.
Eric, what's the word of the day?
Whoa. It's bopping season. Bop!
Before they knew it, it was the 90s, which was lucky for TRD. It was their golden age. You know, the TRD Japan, the Toyota Racing, entered into Group C1 endurance racing, which they entered in the Toyota 90C/V, a carbon fiber racer with like a 3.2 V8 heart. It was a very interesting thing. And many 90CVs took part in a ton of races across Japan. Across the pond in the good old US of A, Toyota decided to sponsor the Atlantic Championship, which was a formula racing series in the open wheel category. TRD supplied their high-end performance 1.6-liter 4-cylinder kit engines and 16-valve cylinder heads for the series specifically. There's so much knowledge happening right now. Their sponsorship actually lasted through 2005, and now the engines that they were supplied are in hugely high demand. Throughout the 2000s, TRD continued to participate in race after race, and along with winning many of them, they produced a few different race cars that had the basis of a Supra or an MR2. TRD actually offered some of these race car kits as factory options for those that purchased the car just right off the lot. And now they're probably some of the most rare and some of the most expensive JDM vehicles out on the market today. And if you're going out on Google or eBay right now to find it out, they're really only offered in Japan. So if you want to get your hands on one, good luck. While TRD Japan had been doing incredibly well for themselves, TRD USA wasn't really having the same luck. However, they also started to see some growth-ish in the 90s, which was really crucial for them to kind of stay afloat. This is when you started seeing those V8 Tundras and V8 Camrys in the NASCAR series, and they won the Indy 500 in 2000. So that was pretty neat. From there, they continued to dig into more races and continued to do pretty well for themselves, which pushed the production of the TRD badges all over the US, which is still happening today. You can and could pretty much get a TRD version of any of their performance vehicles or most popular vehicles. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of TRD trucks and SUVs like the 4Runner and Tundra because Toyota hasn't had really a performance production car for quite a long time. That is until the new Supra came out and then the whole world almost came crashing down. So what's the future for TRD? Well, we're not really sure. Yet we've been seeing some bits and pieces already come from the Supra from TRD, which is pretty exciting to see, like some fancy wheels, some carbon fiber aero pieces. Well, I mean, at least just for the Japanese market. So who knows? Maybe TRD will get their paws on the new Supra and make their own edition, because that would be pretty exciting. If you managed to make it this far and you didn't get upset at me at saying TRD turd a couple times, well, I'm sorry, dear bud. Sometimes it just happens. Anyway, I'm Alex from Fitment Industries, and if you guys are looking to win a free set of wheels, all you need to do is check out the description link below. I'm waiting for Dakota to sprint back out here so he can show you the sweet shirt that you have to pick up. Anime running. See, it's pink, it's very cool. You can pick up a t-shirt, description link below, get you a chance entered in to win free set of clutch wheels. Wow. I'm Alex from Fitment Industries. Let us know in the comment section below what you want to see us cover next, guys. We hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you later. Peace.